Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan here, and today what I got going on for you guys is I'm actually re-recording a video. For some reason, when my camera died, I was towards the end of it, but again, camera died, video got wiped, so we're here re-recording it. But we're here to discuss a specific sneaker which is coming up. Of course, some of you already may know what I'm talking about in this video just because I've mentioned it so much recently, but I really want to stress the importance of holding this sneaker. I think there is a lot of potential behind it just based off some of the past models, the future for this sneaker, kind of what I think Nike is planning, and yeah, what really will be going on. So hope you guys will enjoy. Again, everything on the screen, I mentioned it at the start of each video, so check this down below if you all want to, and if you want more content like this, you can subscribe and like down below. I'd appreciate that. I'm gonna set a big like goal in this video, so everybody, if you're already subscribed, hey, the like would go a long way on this video here. Let's try and hit 500 likes. I'd appreciate that. If we can't, it's not the end of the world, but if you're already subbed, it's right there next to it. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, I don't know. I'd appreciate it though. It goes further than you think. So that's everything I'll mention and say. Hope you guys will enjoy. And let's discuss this sneaker right here. So again, as I mentioned, some of you may already know what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about the Travis Scott Reverse Mochas right here. And for anybody that may be concerned, this is a canceled StockX sale. I had an item that sold through StockX that I forgot to, take off, and it sold. But yeah, basically, Reverse Mochas, kind of discussing this sneaker and actually looking at how high the prices are on this shoe right now. There's a lot of potential behind it. I mean, seeing size 10s at like $2,500 right now, $3,000 on apps, that's crazy. And actually seeing that some people are paying, I'm like, dang, you're really loaded if you're able to just drop $3K on StockX and just be like, okay, there's my pair, I'm good. Or go wherever it's from, because that's a lot of money to, just put towards one shoe. I mean, I feel like most people or almost anybody would be able to agree with me on that. But again, prices are extremely inflated on these. So if anybody was to ask me, hey, Tristan, should I buy these right now? My answer would be no. The official drop has not happened yet. Wait for the sneakers release to happen. Wait for more pairs to come out. Wait till almost all the pairs are out. If not all the pairs. That's really the end goal, is to wait until all the pairs have officially released and then wait a couple weeks, whatever it will be. And I'll show you a kind of comparison to show you how long you probably should wait. I think you'll have a little bit more time, since I don't think this model right here is actually as popular as the Travis Scott Fragment Lows were. I don't think they are nearly as popular. I do think they have a lot of hype for them. I mean, shoot, just go look at the Travis Scott Air Maxes. Those had a lot of hype, although after the release, it seems like people kind of have been ignoring those a little bit. Maybe they don't I don't think they hit the same in hand for some people, but a lot of those Travis Scott Air Maxes have declined in price pretty heavily. Of course, long term, I wouldn't be too concerned about it, since a lot of those Travis Scott sneakers are going to be going up. I'm pretty sure of that, but again, it's going to take a while because there's just a lot of new Travis Scott, Nike collaborations coming out, and also it's just not the main. It's not the main sneaker, in the limelight right now. The main sneaker in the limelight is going to be this one for July, and probably for a couple weeks, maybe into August. I think in August we'll of course have some new sneakers for people to focus on, but people are still going to be talking about Mochas, still be wanting pairs. I'm sure of it. And again, looking at the chart for this sneaker right now, it is all over the place. I mean, when I say all over the place, I mean it. I mean, this is not, you can't really take anything from this. You can't read anything from this, other than it looks like the sneaker would, before a drop. Here's again the Fragment Lows, the one that dropped last year in August. This one is coming this year in July, again, on the 21st. I'll show you all the date right there just so you know. But again, $150 retail, July 21st, we have the Reverse Mochas dropping. But aside from that right there, they hit really well in hand. We'll discuss that in a second, but going back to the Fragment Lows and kind of what I wanted to mention about them, again, kind of before the release, you see how inflated prices get and, how much people will pay. I mean, it's crazy amounts. And then even a couple days before, I mean, these dropped on the 11th, if I was right. I want to check that, 13th. So you can see, again, I mean, yeah, look, it's a little bump. I mean, it's still a little bit higher than it was before, but then after the release, they rose consistently. I mean, look, after the release, the week after, they were at a low of like 1,200. Like that's when I almost sold my pair for 1175, 1150, right around there. So you could see a lot of people, were just kind of selling it off, taking profits. But this was back before the market got bad, and a lot of people were willing to hold a sneaker, were willing to wait. And I think that will happen with the Travis Scott Reverse Mochas. I do think a lot of people are going to be patient, going to wait, and we may see a good rise like this. Of course, I don't think it's going to be as good as the Fragment Travis Scott collaboration. I don't think the Reverse Mocha rise will be as good as this one, all the way from $1,250 all the way up to $1,650, $1,800 price, like $1,800 price from $1,200. Let's say you bought it 1200 and hold until, you know, and you did hold until 1850 and you sold right there. I mean, that's $650, or well, from 1250 to 1850. That's $600 in profit right there. That's a lot of money right there. $600 right there, you know, just to take away from one shoe sale and from one hold as well, on holding one pair. That's a really good return for sneaker investing. One pair is $600 and you bought in at a resale price. That's almost unheard of. So that's just kind of what I want to mention right there and kind of show you all the realism of and kind of how realistic this was as a hold. It's not realistic. It's not common. It's probably not going to happen again for a while. And I think with the reverse mochas, we'll see something fairly similar. I mean, look, the prices are high, man. I mean, look how high the prices are. These are at the same prices that the fragments were before their drop. I mean, pretty close to it. I mean, this is a few weeks out. And, you know, there is around 50 sales. So I can't really say too much other than it's looking pretty decent. I mean, it'll probably drop. My prediction personally is I think these sneakers will probably drop to a $750, $850 price line. I think we will see some reverse mochas at $750, $850. Now, that is if Nike does actually deliver 80K pairs. And they get spread out evenly. Of course, if Nike has 80,000 pairs globally of these, this sneaker is going to be an insane hold because sneaker stores, you know, those private sneaker resale stores, you know, Private Selection, people like them, just to mention some names, they'll be getting, you know, a guaranteed few hundred pairs. Same with a couple other stores in LA, because I think Private Selection's in LA. I could be wrong. They may have a location there, but I know Cool Kicks, all those places like that, they'll be getting a couple hundred guaranteed pairs, probably straight from Nike. I mean, I wouldn't even doubt that, just to, you know, share that. I mean, they probably, you know, have something like that, or at least a direct Nike contact, something like that. I know with the reverse mochas or with the fragment low drop, there was some sort of like Travis manager backdoor in Paris, and I think that'll probably be what goes on for this drop as well. For the reverse mochas, there'll be some sort of manager backdooring pairs, etc., to stores, groups, you know, things like that. But it'll still be an amazing hold. I mean, if this shoe drops down to $750, I will buy maybe a pair or two. Probably two. I would say, you know, that would be probably what I could reasonably afford for this hold. And then, you know, just kind of hold them long term. You know, forget about them for like a year or so. Then, you know, check up on them in 8 to 12 months and, you know, just kind of see what's going on. I think there's a lot of potential in this one. And again, looking at it in hand, it's a clean pair. It hits really nicely. This was Travis when he was wearing them. But yeah, I think these are going to have a lot of hype behind them. People are really going to be paying high for them. And it just, you know, it just depends how much the sneakerheads want them, which I think we are going to be wanting them a good bit. That's at least my opinion. I see a lot of people around me wanting these, so that's just kind of my thoughts on them. But that's everything that needs to be mentioned right there. Great hold coming up. I think I've already made a video discussing this sneaker kind of as a hold, comparing it to the Travis Scott Fragment. Like, I swear I have made a video on this shoe, an independent one. I could be wrong, but if I have, then here's just kind of a run through, last kind of warning, kind of explaining why I think this shoe won't rise as much as the Fragment lows. I think we will still see in a couple $100 rise. I do think that will happen. I do. Even though the market's in a bad state, I still think this shoe will rise in some sort of way. Depending on, you know, how much people want to take profits, things like that. But I think the public access to this sneaker, you know, compared to something like the Travis Scott Air Max, that was a Travis Scott sneaker that was much more accessible to the public. I think this one will not be as accessible to the public, kind of like the Fragment lows were. So I think they will rise a lot, you know, for that reason. I think that's why this shoe could do well. So that's everything I need to say. Again, you want to check my Instagrams, any of that down below, feel free. And of course, I know I said the like goal is 500 likes. Let's try and do that. Subscribe and like for more content like this. Again, that's really everything I need to mention down there. So yeah, I mean, I don't need to say much more than that, other than this is, you know, just my second time recording this video. So we just ran it back through. I'm gonna, you know, get ready for my day. It's already 3 o'clock. So I mean, I've done everything I need to do today, other than edit this video. So I'm gonna get it out for you guys so you can have some good content. But that's everything I need to say right there. So I'm Tristan. Thank you guys, and hopefully I will catch you all in the next video. Hopefully tomorrow. Peace.